what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
Well, hello again, Bravites, and welcome to another edition of Quarantined at Home with Toya. So we know that Chicago is being quarantined right now. The mayor has gone live with another video urging everyone to stay indoors if you can. Please limit your time outside. Being outside in contact with others definitely increases your risk of picking up the coronavirus, bringing it back home. You could be a carrier and not even know it. It doesn't affect everyone in the same way. So if you have a strong immune system, it's very possible that you've picked it up, and you can bring it back home to a baby, to elderly, to someone who's battling some other illness. And you definitely don't want to do that. So try to limit your time outdoors. Definitely disinfect as much as possible. Wipe down the surfaces in your home. The virus can live longer on metal surfaces. So you definitely want to wipe your door handles, the knobs on the sink, anything that you're touching, you want to disinfect. You want to limit touching your face when you're outside. Please wash your hands with antibacterial soap. And just make sure that you're being as safe as possible. Build up that immune system. So if you can go pick up some oranges or get some emergency, something like that, do that in the meantime so that you can combat whatever you do come in contact with, even if it's the flu or a cold virus. Some elderly are not being tested because they don't want to, and I hate to say waste, but they're using the word waste, test kits on people that they don't think have a chance to fight it. So you're not going to get much help even if you do go to the hospital. They're urging you not to come to the hospital unless it's dire, meaning you can't handle the fever anymore. You're vomiting, you have diarrhea. Other symptoms are coming out now where you can't smell or breathe. If you're too congested, but they are telling you to drink something warm, because if the virus did get in through your nose, then you can flush it down into your stomach, and then your stomach acids will kill the virus. So there are ways to combat this thing, but we want to be as safe as possible by not going outside. Chicago is now going as far as to say this is not an advisory message. This is not guidance. This is a legal mandate. They want you to stay indoors. They will issue a ticket, and if possible, they will arrest you. And we don't want to have those issues. We're not saying it's martial law. We're not saying that, the government is trying to do a new world order or anything of that sort. We just want to be as safe as possible, meaning not coming into contact with the police, not coming into contact with the virus or anything else. So if you don't have to go out to pick up essential items, food or baby formula, diapers, things like that, do try to stay indoors. And there's plenty we could be doing indoors. Please believe me, I'm sure that there's so much we could be doing. We could get in those bills. We could sort out our plan for the year, even if you have to adjust it. If you've had travel plans, call and make those arrangements with the airport or with the airline and tell them you need a refund or you need to apply that balance someplace else. I know I've had to do that. Work out. You can talk to your friends, video call somebody, just so much you could be doing. If you have a business plan, a dream, an idea, flesh that out in this time. You really do have some time that's been freed up that you would have had to do something else with otherwise. And so now you got that time at home. Sit down and think about some things that you've been wanting to do. Get that workout in, do your hair, play in your makeup, whatever it is, but just make sure that you're staying indoors and being safe. There are restaurants that are delivering for free now. You can go and pick up your food and get right back in the house. So even if you want to try out a new recipe and share that recipe to the Chicago Bravo audience, I'm happy to share that for you with your pictures and videos. But please do just make sure that you're staying inside, that you're being as safe as possible, and that you're following the protocol. Like the mayor said on today, it is a city mandate. It's a government mandate. You might hear differently from the president, but what we're hearing in Chicago is trying to keep everybody as safe as possible. There's about 1,900 cases now, I think, and about 20 deaths already, and we don't want that number to climb. There are people in Spain whose bodies are being housed in an ice skating rink now because the morgue is running out of space. We don't want that to be the issue here. We're trying to keep the numbers down as much as possible. We know Chicago is a wonderful city. It's a beautiful city. That's what Chicago Bravo is all about. But we want to be safe and we want to be alive to enjoy it. And the sooner everyone adheres to what they're saying, the sooner we can get out of this quarantine. But if we don't do that, then we won't have the chance to get out and explore this beautiful city like we want to freely. So please do adhere to what the mayor is saying, to what the police commander-in-chief is saying, not commander-in-chief, but the police chief is saying. The doctors are giving orders. There are so many things that we can be doing. Even if you have lemon peels, orange peels, boil those on the stove for 15 minutes a day. And it should, if you breathe that in, it should help to combat the virus. But just make sure that you're being as safe as possible. I can't stress that enough. We don't want to hear about any more hospitalizations or deaths. We know this is a real thing. There are people that we know and love that are being directly affected and that are dying, and we don't want those numbers to keep going up. So make sure that as you're quarantined, you're staying safe, you're staying entertained. Netflix and Hulu have free subscriptions, I think, for 30 days. Peloton has a free workout where you can join for 90 days and do their challenge. You don't even need a bike to do it. So there's so many different avenues that you can take advantage of while you're at home. Don't think of your home as a prison sentence. Your home should be someplace where you're comfortable, where you're most at peace. And so make this time the time where you enjoy being at home. Whatever you need to do in your home to make it feel like the place that you want to go to, do that. Okay? So you guys, please stay safe, stay clean, disinfect, sanitize, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and take advantage of this time at home. Build yourself, build your immune system, and we'll check back in with you soon. Okay? Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
I'm in charge, both how I'm living and my